Hey fans, welcome to Primo Reef Acrylics. Today's update is going to be on my new Reef Octopus Elite 200 INT. This is going to be for my Great White SPS Reef. I went a little overboard and I kind of killed myself on the skimmer, but it's okay. This is a full review on the skimmer. I'm going to show you how to set it up and open boxing and also the functionality of the skimmer itself. So my aquarium here is 68 gallons on the tank. And with the sump is another, I believe, 40 gallons. So equally, it's about almost a 100-gallon system. This skimmer is rated up to 400 gallons. However, that is on close to no bioload. Skimmers, when you see the rating on the skimmers, they're always over-exaggerated. That's excluding the bioload. So by the time with heavy bioload, this skimmer is efficient up to 200 gallons. So next time when you buy a skimmer, when it says, if you have a tank that's 100 gallons and you buy a skimmer that's rated for 125 gallons, don't buy that, because actual bioload filtration for the skimmer is going to be much less than that. So shall we go ahead and open this up? Alright, here we go. Alright guys, so upon opening the box, these are the parts that you're going to get. So here we go. Some of the parts, you got the top view, the top collection cup, you got the main body skimmer, a couple adapters for the pump, silicone tubing, you got the adjustment gate level, not the gate level, sorry, this is just the adjustment for the water level within the skimmer, and then you have this really heavy box that is the pump and the controller. So upon inspection, you know what, this thing is pretty solid. I'm really happy with it. It is really heavy to weight. So it's not like the other Reef Octopus equipment or the skimmers that are made out of cast acrylic. This is a full molded acrylic, so what's really good about this one as well, you got screws at the bottom, which you can definitely unscrew to take these off. And show you the bottom view, you got a couple silicone tabs there, the rubber tabs, that's to reduce the vibrations on the device. So pretty good. So tighten these screws up. Where am I pointing? There we go. And take the lid off. Let's take this one off and assemble this as much as possible. I'm trying to do this with one hand, so forgive me there. Alright. Okay, that's off. Now what I really like about this skimmer is it has a locking mechanism built inside, so it locks the entire piece clockwise actually, and it locks it in. That's really good. Even when you open the lid, the top lid is very heavy. You know what? This is all PVC material, and everything is polished really nicely. So I'm really happy about this. I'm really loving that the diameter of the inside collection cup. So that's the Reef Octopus. I think just for giggles, I'm gonna prop my logo on this. Probably take this one off. Sorry, Reef Octopus. But yeah. So that's it. Now, when you get the skimmer, you're gonna get a full instructions on how to assemble this equipment. It's pretty. I mean, it's self-explanatory. Some of the stuff for some of you that's already been assembling skimmers for your previous reef tanks, but it's straightforward. I just wanted to note that the water level for this guy here, it's anywhere from 7.9 to about 8.7. Water level for the skimmer to function properly. Just going over just some of the stuff here, so we should probably start right from the top. So we have the collection cup done, that's done, the base is there. The screws are obviously the black screws for some of you that don't know what this indicates here. We have the inside collection cup, the bubble diffuser, which is really good. What I really like about everything here is you can dismantle everything, so you can do a good yearly maintenance on the inner tubes. Once you start seeing these holes, well, I believe it's a common issue, or not really an issue, but it's just one of those maintenance things where you would probably need to service that at least couple months, 6 months to a year, depending on the load or what the skimmer is pulling out. Because those little circles are known for trapping some types of algae, detritus buildup, and clogging the bubble system. So I would highly suggest cleaning that out in the future. So let's go ahead and as we can see, we've gone down the whole aisle there, and now we have these two tubes. Alright, that we're gonna have to lock into place now. Alright, so let's go on this side. Let's dismantle this here. This is a plastic bag with all the silicone. And let's actually open this up, see what we get exactly. Okay, we have that little rubber piece. We got the 1/4 inch, I believe it's the O2 tube. And what I really like about this one as well is it has a laser, well actually they're not, yeah, the laser engravements of the water level. So you know exactly where you're sitting at. Alright, this is the adapter for the the skimmer pump. Okay, this is where your hose, your air hose will go into. So let's remove this tubing. The silicone tubing is always tough. Out of the bag. Anyways. Sorry guys. Okay, so almost got the silicone tubing out. Yeah, there we go. It's all stuck onto the bag. Okay, so within the bag, when you do get this, there will be a couple small pieces that I want you guys to really watch out for, which is this little black piece here, which we'll find out what that's for in a bit. And then we have this rigid tube. So we have that properly done. I'll put the lid back into place. And let's pop open the return skimmer pump. Not return skimmer pump, sorry, just a skimmer pump. Again, the manual, don't throw this away, good to keep. And here we go. This is here, the power adapter, the AC/DC adapter. We have the plug for the adapter itself. And here is the skimmer pump, which is very heavy. I'm really liking this, very heavy pump. And then we have the controller. So this controller is obviously going to allow how much water to air ratio is going to be pumped inside the skimmer. So obviously the faster the pump is spinning, the more water is going to draw in, and that means more filtration and more skimming. So that's the controller right there, pretty big. I guess has a really nice feed mode for 15 minutes. Actually 60 minutes to 50 minutes, so it's a really good option. It allows you to choose exactly how long you want the skimmer to shut off. So when I'm feeding my fishes, I can just go 60 minutes off and the skimmer will turn off and then turn back on after 60-minute interval or 15-minute. The plus and minus is obviously for the pump level, the pump speed level, and then we have power off. So let's put this aside here. Let's put the box there, and let's start assembling. Alright guys, so going over the step, we did the first steps. Now we're down to the pump section. So the pump section, there are two equipment that we need. We need that piece, which is anyways letter I, and then we need that piece. So it's pretty straightforward. Remember one thing though, the rubber gasket for the inside of this, kind of hard to see, is actually located in this bag, and then this stuff came in another bag. So I don't know why they would do that, but just make sure you don't lose that rubber gasket, because this is what's gonna, when the force of the water comes out of the pump, is going into the skimmer, is very important to have. So let's start by screwing this in and get this completed. As you can see, it's the first thread is a little, okay, there we go. That's screwed in. And then we have the front nozzle. The front nozzle, here we go. Before I screw this in, let me show you one thing. What's very important about a lot of skimmers is the type of impeller that they use. This one here, it has all the little, I don't know how you call those little nubs, but what happens when you have air-water ratio, this type of impeller, I forget exactly what you call it again, sincerely apologize, but that's actually going to chop the bubbles in very fine micro increments, and it's actually much more effective and efficient than any other type of skimmer pump in the market. So I know Bubble Blaster is also amazing. They have some amazing impellers that they use, and it's the same type of impeller system. So let's pull some of the stuff to the side because it's getting a lot of junk here. So let's take the pump, and we'll put the pump, slide it all the way inside. And you want to make sure that the pump The red section will go all the way inside, and obviously I'm having trouble with one hand all this. Anyways, I'll fix that up for you guys after. So what's next in line? Then we have a couple different things here. So the top collection cup, not a big deal. If you have a collection cup and you don't want everything to drain out, and you want everything to stay in the collection cup, I would say leave that, where am I pointing? Leave that nozzle right there as it is. But however, if you do want to collect, if you have a collection cup and you want to relocate everything to the collection, to your container, add this piece in, and then you would have a tube that goes directly to your collection cup or your container, the collection container. So that's pretty much it for now, and then we're gonna get to these guys here. So here we go. We have this nozzle, this silencer. So remember, the silencer has a groove at the top. I'm holding it wrong, so that's the way it's gonna go. That's the bottom, where this tube right here is gonna slide in. So we're gonna have this tube come over into the socket. That's done. What's next in line is going to be the bottom portion. So this gray tube, make sure the arrow goes down and it's situated any way you want. Before you lock it in, find your adjustment and where you want the water to go, and we'll go from there. So let's lock it in for now. Not a big deal. I just want to show you guys everything that's happening. Next thing that's in line is going to be this guy here. So this is going to be attached from the bottom here. So now they say put the screw in from the top. Is it the top? I'm getting blind. All right, so you want to slide this this level all the way to the bottom of the arrow. That's where it's gonna go, and you want to make sure this tube is inside this part first. So then you would slide in to the bottom. There you go. That's locked in place, and then you would slide this up and then tighten up the bolt that's there. So let's do that. Okay, so that's tight, and then we throw on our collection, the silencer right there. So now we can adjust the level of the skimmer, the water level within the skimmer, with this tube right here. So that's pretty nice and unique there. So what's next in line is there's a couple different things here. You have the O2, the oxygen, the ORP, no, it's the O2, I believe. That's, anyways, let's forget that because we don't need that here. All we're gonna need is the tubing for the air intake, which is gonna go slide right into place, and then the silencer is gonna slide right into here. Silencer goes inside, and we're lock and loaded. And so that's about it. It's pretty much it. The rest of the stuff is going to be wiring the pump to my sump, and that's it. So what I'm going to do, guys, this is a full review on this. So assembly time was not bad. I would say it's roughly just under 10 minutes. For a beginner, maybe 15-20 minutes just to get a hold of some of the parts and equipment that's involved here. Overall, again, I told you, it's a really hefty skimmer. It's really built properly. I would say all molded acrylic, really thick. That's what I'm looking for in a skimmer. I'm not looking for cast acrylic stuff that is glued together and bonded together, because those 1/8 acrylic are very, very thin. Now this stuff here is all 6 mil, 4.5 to 6 mil. So it's really thick stuff. If I can put a weight to that cap by itself, I would say it's average about maybe 2 pounds. And I'm not over exaggerating on that, guys. It's really 2 pounds. So that's it. Easy assembly. How the product looks, feels, in reliability and durability, I would probably give it about an 8. One thing is, the PVC acrylic, it's not a white, it's more of that cream yellow color. So I'm not fancying that too much, because I work with a lot of acrylic myself. I'm really picky about what colors I give my clients. So hence, that's one of the throwbacks that I have. I have a white styrofoam background that you can see compared to the color on the PVC there. So I mean, if Reef Octopus got a white acrylic, it definitely stand out much more better, and you guys will see the color difference in my sump because the sump is white acrylic, and then you'll see this is an off-white to a cream color. Now, if this is what Reef Octopus was doing, by all means, that's their goal, then it's perfect, but personally, a little bit of more white would have standed out much nicer. So the rest of the review is going to be on the skimmer, so should we go ahead and place this in my sump? Let's go. Alright guys, so here we are in my sump. This fully assembled. Please excuse all the wires for now. I will have, well, I pretty much have a drawing up for hiding all my wires and all my equipment. Just to give you a quick preview, the next videos, most likely the next couple of videos will be on the dosing container, or the pump. That's located over there. But anyways, we're on the skimmer today. So the Reef Octopus Elite 200 is installed, is in there. So the compartment I made, it's about a 19-inch compartment. Perfectly fits any size skimmer I want in there. My whole filtration unit is basically on sump, a skimmer and return pump. Nothing else built in. Once in a while I'll have a filter sock back there. It's from the drain that goes right inside. And that's about it. So that's my filtration. So first time I'm going to set this up and start it up. So let's see what happens. Here's the controller. Hit the power. Light comes on. And just to show you what's happening so far. So when you first set up your skimmer, again, I'm going to keep my eye on the level and find out what level is going to be. Well, actually, it's not bad. Okay, so for the first couple of days, or pretty much a week or so, there's a break-in period. The break-in period is pretty much the skimmer, inside of the skimmer cone, it creates some type of slime, and that slime or bacteria allows the skimmer bubbles to form all the way to the top and extrude everything that's a waste in the aquarium water. So sometimes you guys will think that, you know, it might be 2-3 days, nothing's happening. Well, you have to give it a little while. Personally, the way I like to do that is I will take my adjustment knob and I will close the valve, so meaning that's located down there, and raise the water chamber all the way to the top. I might probably just even let it overflow for a little bit. So anyways, so that's main here. Another thing I wanted to just point out is my sump water level right now. As you can see, it's not functioning that well, and the reason for that is going to be the level in my sump. So this is a real common problem that everybody needs to figure out. The water level is 7.9 to about 8.7. That's what it should be. Mine is at 9 inches. Okay, as you can see there. I need to lower this skimmer chamber big time. So I will have to extract some water out. Anyways, I'll work on that in a little bit. But overall, skimmer is working beyond quiet. I can barely hear it. So the pump is running on full blast, I believe. Yep, that's full blast right there. Let's lower the pump. Let's see what happens. I'm lowering it to 1. And the water level dropped. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, there's some bubble happening, but not as much. Okay, let's raise it up to 2. Let's see what happens. That's speed 2. Speed 3. Speed 4. And then speed 5. Okay, so the first little while you're gonna get used to tweaking the sump, the pump mode a lot, and also tweaking the level inside the skimmer where you exactly want it and where this skimmer is gonna function at its best performance. Don't worry about that in the first week. I would say let the skimmer run crazy the way it wants to. What I'll probably do is just remove this knob here and just let the skimmer overflow into the collection cup and the water back down into the sump. Really doesn't bother me on that as of yet. So overall, performance wise, I'm really happy with this Reef Octopus DC pump. You know what, it's quiet. My bed is right next to my tank, and I can't hear nothing. So that's exactly what I was looking for, and I got what I wanted pretty much. Will I recommend this to anybody else? Definitely. You guys, this is Vertex's really nice products as well. Reef Octopus, again, this is their new 2014 model, the Elite series. They have also a Prime series and also the Elite internal Space Saver skimmers. And so the 3 lines of the skimmers that are available in the market from Reef Octopus, they are all all molded cone type of body, and that's a real key, because the water flow you want, starting from the bottom, you want it to flow as smoothly and gradually to the top of the skimmer as possible. The more turbulence you have in there, the less it's gonna function properly. So again, stick with the molded, never mind that. Yeah, stick with the cone styles. Cone styles definitely have a way better performance. How well does this stuff work? Pretty well. I'm really happy with it. The pump is actually really quiet itself. So again, I will do a review in the next couple days, and I'll let you guys know when the filtration unit, the skimmer, actually starts working. So once it starts accumulating some black stuff inside the skimmate, I will repost another video and show you a performance review 5 days from now. So hang tight for the next video, guys. If you have any questions, post them below. As for recommendation, I would give this definitely a 4.5 to 5 star on a star level of 1 to 5. On a recommendation level, from 1 being the worst, 5 being the best, star rating, I would give this skimmer looks 5. Performance, I would definitely give it a 4.5 to 5. Assembly, I would definitely give it a 4 to 5. So it's definitely easy to assemble the system. The only turnoff that I see, which I'll give it a 1, is the PVC color. I'm really picky about my colors. That's just personally me. Some of you might not even mind it, but I don't know if you can tell from the camera. So the white acrylic on my wall compared to this is yellow. So it looks like a stained yellow. Not really pleased with that, so I'm giving it a 1 for the worst factor on that. It's something I can live with. I'm not gonna die because the color is a little different, but that's just me. I make these sumps, and that's why I'm really picky about what I give to my customers and myself. So overall, again, cosmetics, looks, it's definitely 3 to 4, and the reason why it's 3 to 4 is because of the color. If I would definitely recommend this, yes sir, I would go ahead. If you guys have any comments, post them below. Thank you for watching. Primo Reef Acrylics.